Question is the House to now adjourn, and I call the member for Fraser.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Access to many and affordable books is an important component of a civilised society. It's through books that children are exposed to new ideas, and it's through books that many of us as adults broaden our experience. Indeed, one of the last things I wrote while an academic was a survey of the books that federal parliamentarians were then reading, which turned into an article with my friend McGregor Duncan. Reading opens new worlds and makes us better people. And it is in that vein that I am urging the House to place pressure on Amazon.com to provide better and cheaper access to books through the Amazon Kindle. I draw the House's attention to three ways in which Australians are restricted to their access to one of the world's largest collections of e-books. The first is limitations on access to the Kindle itself. While Australians have access to some models of Kindle, others, the Kindle Fire for example, will not be delivered to Australia. Such is the limitations that Amazon has placed on its deliveries to Australia that third parties have now set up with the sole purpose of forwarding on Amazon products from US addresses to Australian addresses. It shouldn't be that way, Deputy Speaker. Australians should have access to the Kindle Fire as well. But more important is access to the range of books that are provided on the Kindle. According to delimiter figures, if one looks at fiction books, in a United States Kindle reader can access 501,610 books, an Australian reader 456,237 books, a difference of 45,000 books available to US readers but not Australian readers. For non-fiction, the gap is larger. US readers get access to 930,139 titles, Australians to 723,852 titles, difference of 206,000 more titles. In magazines, 450 titles available to US readers, 183 to Australian Kindle readers, a difference of 267. So fewer books are available to Australian readers. Australian Kindle readers are unable to access the full Amazon catalogue. In addition, some books are more expensive for Australian readers than they are for United States Kindle readers. For example, quoting prices in US dollars, the Gone with the Wind, $14.05 for an Australian reader, $13.99 for a US reader, $12.71 for a UK reader. The Colour Purple, $12.04 for an Australian reader, $8.50 for a US reader, $7.94 for a UK reader. And, appropriately enough, The Book Thief, $12.93 Australian, $9.99 US, $7.83 UK. Some books are indeed cheaper in Australia, but the analysis done by teleread.com suggests that for many books, Australians are paying higher prices than Europeans, Latin Americans or people in the United States. Deputy Speaker, expanding access to a larger catalogue of Kindle books is absolutely essential if we are to expand, to recognise that the world is moving into an e-book world. Paper books will exist for some time to come, I believe, but increasingly younger readers will begin on e-books and that will be their entire experience. So having access to the world's knowledge at an economical price is important for our education system and also for the strength of the Australian economy. Part of this is limitations on copyright law, territorial restrictions that e-book retailers have sought to limit. Part of it, though, is simple differential pricing, and I urge Amazon to abandon it. I commend the member for Chifley for his work on digital access to digital products for Australians in general, and urge the committee, which has been established on his instigation, to include e-books in their remit. Access to the world's knowledge is as important as access to the world's music, and Australians have a right to be equitably treated by Amazon.com.